Morning, gang. It's Monday, the 25th of November, 2019. Welcome along to this morning's United Kingdom Talk, coming to you from our television studios here in Royal Berkshire, in Bracknell in Berkshire. Raffle coming up a little bit later on. Good morning to Mikey Mike, first in with a message this morning. Morning, Mikey Mike. Oh, you're first in, dear. Where's Jason Hughes? He's usually first in. Well, he's not very quick off the mark this morning, is he? No Jason Hughes. Morning, Mikey. Hello, Diane Jeb. Brenda from Bristol, nice and early. Paul and Lou, good God. Good God. Yes, of course I'm back in the country. There's been 3 shows. No, 2. There's been 2 shows since then. Where have you been? That's it. That's it. Clearly, I've fallen out of favour with you and your family there. But I'm hurt. I'm hurt. Morning to Mandy Davenport, Matthew Van. Thank you, Matthew. Oh, I meant to put that on the system, actually. Matthew sent in a little picture of himself with his newly, I think he won the hat about 3 weeks ago now, with his one hat. Someone won it. Oh, actually, no one won a hat last night. They didn't want the hat. They had pens instead. We only gave out pens last night. We were doing a bingo last night. Nice game of bingo last night. Thank you, those of you that stayed up for that. I say stayed up, it starts at 8 o'clock. But of course, if you want to join in the bingo, you must always register before the Sunday, okay? Make sure you register before Sunday if you want to play the bingo. And there is the... there's the email. Just send me an email and say, please put me in for the bingo, and I'll add you into the system. But you must do that before Monday. Who did I add last night? Scotty. Scotty sent me a little email last night, so I've joined, I've put him in there as well, okay? Glad you like the new dramatic music, Paul and Lou. There's also... I'm suffering a bit this morning. There's also... It's hot in here. God, hang on a minute. Why is it so hot in here? There's also new dramatic music and a new closing video at the end of the show now, which was shown for the first time last night. So keep an eye out for that, boys and girls. Okay, right at the end of the show, a new closing film and new dramatic music. We like dramatic music, don't you? I like scores for films and things like that, Quite like that sort of thing, yes. Morning to Sean Pye. There's Jason. A little bit late this morning, Jason. What sort of time do you call this, dear? You're like, I don't know, 5 minutes behind everyone else. Very, very late. Good morning, Jason. And hello to Amelia Dodd. There's all our early birds in this morning. Morning to each and every one of you, okay? I watched... by the way, no show. I don't think there's going to be a show tomorrow morning, okay? I've just had an email from the man who's fitting the water heater at the caravan, and he's coming between 8 and 9 o'clock in the morning. Now, I'm normally up by about 8 o'clock in the morning, but to actually get up and get out and go and open a gate for someone at 8 o'clock in the morning is a very different kettle of fish, especially when you know you're not going to go to bed until about 3 o'clock. Because tonight, of course, I'll be hosting karaoke tonight. Anyone coming to the karaoke tonight? In London, that's where it is, gang. All right? That's at Central Station Bar, Wharfdale Road, King's Cross. Karaoke tonight from 7:30, Monday night karaoke. Okay, well, after that, of course, I drive up to the caravan. Now, it's about 2.5 hours or so, something like that, assuming that there's no roads closed or anything like that, which sometimes you get a bit of a diversion, because they're doing a lot of work on the road that goes, the main road that goes up north, the A1N. So it may or may not be closed. I never know. I never know if it's going to be closed or not. But that means I'll get to the caravan, hopefully run about 1:45 in the morning. Time I've had some dinner, then it's sort of 3 o'clock, 2:45, 3 o'clock. And I'm going to have to get up again at sort of 7 to be up and have had my cup of tea ready for the phone call, which to say, oh, hello, it's the water heater man. Then I've got to walk from the caravan. I could drive around, I suppose. Walk from the caravan to a barrier, because it's the whole site. The caravan site is kind of protected, I suppose. I don't know, protected by this barrier. And I've got to go round and open it up for 8 o'clock in the morning. So not much sleep for poor old me tomorrow. So we can't be doing a show while there's a bloke hitting the wall, installing a new water heater. That would be he might be a little bit creeped out by that. That's a good word. Creeped out. Do you like that? Creeped out. Good morning to Stephanie Diamond. Morning. Hello to Ray Reynolds. He'll be there for the karaoke tonight. Matthew's coming Friday night to karaoke. It's very different, Matthew, Friday. It's very busy and very young in there Friday. Okay? Very young and very busy in there Friday. You might get knocked about a bit. They were a right handful on Friday, I tell you. The last Friday gone, they were an absolute handful on Friday. Morning to Paul Adamson. Good morning. Getting his train back home to Amsterdam. Are you waiting at the platform at the moment? Is that on the Eurostar? Love it. I love trains. Absolutely love trains. Why are they so expensive, though? You know, I'm not a fan of old Corbyn, but, you know, nationalising the railways, I think that's a pretty good idea, actually. The prices that you have to pay to go on a train now. You've heard me tell the story many, many times about a young lady who wanted to go to Rugby from Bracknell Station a few years ago, and she wanted to go now. And the first quote she had was like 320, 340 quid, something like that. Then he said, then he said you need to go via London, and she says, no, why? Well, if you go via Reading, it's 140 quid, just because she wanted to go now. You know, you can't always know that you want to go from A to B on this day at this time, can you? Sometimes you're actually going to just turn up at the train station. I generally only use the train if I want to go to and from London, so you can't really get cheap tickets for that. You know, you can't, but I suppose it's classed as a local journey, isn't it? You just turn up at the station and buy your ticket. Of course, it's a little bit cheaper off-peak. The on-peak price, I think, is about 25 quid. And only in and out of London, somewhere like that, and I'll be taking, I've got an afternoon tea in December with my friend Chris, and I'll be taking in the train for that. There's no point in driving into London, and especially that day. I mean, 17th of December, Christmas, shopping, there'd be nowhere to park. Impossible. Absolutely impossible. So I always take the train in, and I love it. You just get on the train at the platform, sit there, and then just relax, really. It's nice. It's nice. Shania's not there this morning. She was devastated. Shania was with us for our nighttime show last night, our regular Sunday night bingo session. She was devastated last night. She really wants to win one of our bingo pens. You've seen these, haven't you? Have I got one here? Hang on a minute. Oh, no, I've put all the other ones in the envelopes. I'll be posting, if you won a pen last night, I think there's about 4 gone out last night. If you won a pen last night, here's one of those, look, a bingo pen. It says, I'm a Chris Reardon bingo winner. You can only receive one of these if you win. You can't buy one. Not available for sale, I'm afraid. Only winners. Okay? And we've got various different colours. Anyway, so last night, 4 went out because the first bingo game at 8 o'clock, that's early bird, so you win a pen, right? The second game is winning a pen. The third game, you can choose. You can either have one of these wonderful hats, okay? Or you can have a fridge magnet, or you can have 2 pens. And who was it now? Mr. Dodsworth, I think it was, decided to have 2 pens. So they're all in envelopes. I haven't posted them yet. All waiting to go. The other winner was Jason Hughes won last night, and also the lovely Claire, who's doesn't seem to be with us this morning. They all won pens last night. Well, but I think it was Michael Dodsworth or Jason who shouldn't have won, right? Because Shania, who's on the Isle of Wight, her dad, known to me as Vector. I've got a right frog in my throat today, haven't I? Her dad, known as Vectis, I didn't know his name was Simon. He was actually Simon on the system, but I know him as Vectis. Well, he won, but wasn't paying attention to the numbers. And it's not like he missed the last number, because she then sent me, what they do is they get their numbers on the computer screen by email. You know how it works. And write them down, right? So he's got all these numbers written down. It's not just one number that's missed out. He's missed loads of them out. And I'm thinking, how on earth did you manage that? Apparently he was tired because he'd been working hard. He works on the bins and he does a radio station on the Isle of Wight. Lovely man. I've met him a few times now. He is such a dedicated father. You know when you see some families and that, and they're just all together, you know, that they're gelled together. And that is how he is with his daughter and son, Shania and Callum. Such a wonderful man. I can tell you this now. He's not there at the moment. I don't mind telling you this. He comes across as such a nice, totally and utterly dedicated father. You know, and if you were a child and you had someone like that, I had someone like that. I had someone like that, my father and my mother, totally and utterly dedicated to myself and my sister. If you were lucky enough to have that, then I think you've had everything. You know, there are some people, as you well know, and they often make the news stories on the television or something like that, where they're not like that. There you go, kids, get on with it, sort of thing. You know? And it's sad, and you know, going right on the other side of things, drug dealers who have children, and the children basically have to look after themselves, you know, which is all really sad, but not factious. Anyway, so she sent me a photograph of this bit of paper. I should have shown you this morning, and there's all these numbers that have gone, right? He hasn't crossed them off. And it wasn't like he was doing something else at the time either, because I've been told, right, by certain people that there are people that had this show on, dare I say it, in the background. I will not be a background talk show host and television international star. I need full attention at all times. On in the background, dear. Pardon? I'm not Graham Norton, dear. You know, it's not like, you know, oh, I might watch him. Very disappointing with people that have me on in the background. Very, very disappointed. Anyway, he wasn't like that. He was watching the show. And there was about 5 numbers missed, all of which had gone. So Shania really wants one of those pens. And she missed the opportunity. So now she's playing her, next time she's going to be playing her and her dad's tickets at the same time. Which is quite easy, I suppose, you know. I mean, you can do that, can't you? You can play 2 lots of tickets. My nan, when she used to go to the bingo, she'd have 12 bloody books. 12! 2 lines of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because they come in 6s, don't they? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. God knows how she used to do that. Nanny Hayes. She was always down at the bingo in Lewisham, I think it was. I think she went to Lewisham. But my nan loved bingos. 12 books. 4. I can manage comfortably about 3, I think. 3 books of bingo tickets. But poor Shania last night, she didn't win the bingo. She's just distraught. So she may well have, you know... She may well have done herself in last night, and I'm a bit concerned, because if she has, there won't be any altar servers on the Isle of Wight anymore. She is head of all of the Catholic Church on the Isle of Wight, Shania. She is head of the Catholic Church on the Isle of Wight. Paul, don't ask how much the Premier ticket to AMS is. Do get food. What's a Premier ticket? AMS. What's AMS? Premier ticket to AMS. Amsterdam. Okay, Amsterdam is. Do get food served. Go on, how much is it then? Oh, I'm dying to know. Matthew, my train to work cost me £245 for a month. Paul, blimey. It's a lot of money, isn't it? £245. I've heard people, they buy these season tickets. They're like £4,000 a year. How does anyone afford that? £4,000 a year. You know, I mean, we'll get to the point where people just won't be able to work, I reckon. They can't afford houses in London, you know. Say for a small flat, say goodbye to 300 grand. I mean, who's got that? 300 grand. I will have if you send a few more super chats. 300 grand minimum price in London. I don't think you'll find anything cheaper than that. Anyway, so they can't afford London, so they come out. They come out. Now, here in Bracknell, you can get a flat for about 150. But that's still a hell of a lot of money, isn't it? Don't you think? £150,000 out here, you know, thinking that you're, well, okay, you can afford something out here, but you can't afford it in London. But then you have to get the season ticket. I think Bracknell to London season ticket peak time is about £3,500 a year. £3,500? Silly money, isn't it? Silly. Morning to Claire. Can't wait for the arrival of her purple pen. Didn't get posted last night, Claire, but it will be posted shortly after this worldwide transmission to the world. All right, my darlings, it will be going in the post, along with my postal vote. I went online last night. Not postal vote, but my application for a postal vote. I found some information on the internet last night how to deal with that. It wasn't ultra easy to find, I must say. I found the instructions, but then it said you need to send it to your electoral register, and I had trouble finding where that was. But I found it in the end, so that's in the post now. Filled out the form. And it's kind of last chance saloon, really, because it's got to get there by the 26th, which, of course, is tomorrow. So I've got to get that in the post as soon as I finish the show, and then hopefully a postal vote will come to me. If you can't vote for whatever reason, you can get a postal vote, but you've got to apply today. You've got to go and send that letter off today, because tomorrow is the last day that it can get to wherever it's got to get to. It depends what council you're in, you know. Very, very important to vote. It really is. Let's have a look. Mandy says my mum was one of those dedicated people. Good. It's nice to have a dedicated person. Good morning to Michael Bowman. Morning, Michael. Hope you were. Hello to Gary Butler. Morning. Nephew Gary Butler in the house. Claire, all the professional players get 2 6s, male and female. I used to work at a bingo hall. Oh, did you, Claire? Did you do the numbers? Don't tell me you did the numbers. 5 and 8, 58. They go mad if you make a mistake, don't they? These old dears. They go absolutely. Oh, talking of old dears, I found, and I did post this on my Facebook wall, I found a video. I like to look up videos on YouTube of people playing the organ. You know, that big organ, not a little thing in the corner of a church, in a chapel, you know, in a funeral parlour. Have you seen those things? Oh, why do they have such depressing hymns at funerals, dear? God's sake, we want happy hymns. That being said, you know, often you see people, they're talking about, you know, that perhaps they're about to die or something like that. I don't want any crying at my funeral. No, we don't want anything depressing. I don't want any crying. No one's to wear black. I want everyone to be happy. Have you ever come across someone who says that? Not me. You come to my funeral, I want to see buckets of tears pouring out of your faces. I want to see so many tears coming out of your eyeballs that your skin starts to look like a prune, because you're removing all the fluid from your body in desperate unhappiness because I'm not here anymore. At least not on this particular planet. I haven't been on here for very long at all, to be honest. I want to see buckets of tears, very, very sad music, and the longest Catholic hymns they can possibly find in the book, including Immaculate Mary. All 18 verses. Don't come to my funeral looking happy. I want to see floods of tears and unhappiness, please. Also, around the church, I mean, probably when I die, you know, you'll probably have to have my funeral in a large cathedral, because there's going to be so many people there. I mean, you'll turn up, won't you? There'll be millions of people there, and it'll all be streamed over YouTube. There'll be pictures of me all around the church. How wonderful. And we'll have that. We'll have one of those Baptist choirs. Not the Baptist ones. Is it? No. Oh, God. Not Protestant. Oh, what are they called now? These are the sort of videos I watched on YouTube. The ones... Presbyterian, that's it, Presbyterian. We'll have Presbyterian. There's this organ player. His name's Tom. I think his name's Tom. He's in America, and he wears this long blue thing, and he's got a bald head. And he looks gay. He's got to be gay. He's absolutely got to be gay. He looks a little bit haircut like me, and oh wow, he plays this organ. It's an enormous thing. This is. That's who I want singing that lot from the Presbyterian Church. Mikey Mike's got his postal ballot paper. Excellent. Of course, I haven't got the ballot paper. I haven't applied to do it yet. You know, so that's why that letter's got to go off this morning. Otherwise, I'll miss it. I'm hoping that it gets there tomorrow. Otherwise, that'll be it, because I'm not here on that particular day. Where are we? Claire used to check the claims. Oh, were you the one that walked around? Oh, Claire worked in a bingo hall. She used to walk around checking the claims. Okay, can I have your ticket, please? I bet you put the glasses on. Did you put the glasses on as well, Claire? Okay, 35, 44, 44. Last number 15, last number 15. Is that what you did? Well, I think that's a great job. What a great way to meet people. There's certain jobs, aren't there, where you would meet a lot of people. Like the job I do. Or it is hassle sometimes, my job, but it's all right. And I used to be a British Telecom engineer. That was good. Going around people's houses and fixing the phones. I like to go around to old people. They were always so grateful. Not the business executives. Oh, what a pain they were. Dreadful people they were. Claire used to check the claims, work on the prize bingo in the cafe, in the bar. It was a fantastic job while I was at college. Yeah, great job. Great job. Paul, ticket to go to Amsterdam in the posh seat, £285. That's cheaper to fly, isn't it? Blimey. So I skipped that ticket. Ticket to home to Amsterdam was £175. Now, Paul, is that like £175 in advance? Could you have got that cheaper if you'd have booked longer? Or is that the price of the ticket where you just turn up and say, I want to go to Amsterdam? Which is it? Do let us know. Jason wants the vicar to do jazz hands. There's no vicar. I keep telling you, Jason, we don't have vicars in the Catholic Church, dear. Priests. Priests. What is wrong with you? How many times do I have to correct? There needs to be physical correction, I think. With you. Thank you. Mick's going to cry his eyes out. How will I get a fridge magnet now? Exactly, Mick. Haven't you got one already? You've got something, haven't you? You've won something. I know you have, Mick. Mandy, we had a good laugh at my granddad's funeral after they dropped his coffin. No. Really? Oh, how awful. Didn't break, did it? Because some of those coffins are not made very well. Honestly, I don't see the point. People spend thousands on a box. They spend thousands on a box. Just order yourself something nice from Amazon, something big, and reuse the cardboard box. What's the problem? What's the problem? Hey, Mick's got 2 badges and a pen with 2 photos. Oh, so you haven't got a fridge magnet yet then, Mick? Well, you've got to keep playing the raffle. Raffle coming up in the show a little bit later on. All right, my darlings. Last night, after I finished the show, I watched a bit more of that programme, the series on BBC One Colour, Gold Digger. Very good. I mentioned some of this last night. I've now watched the first 2 episodes, and this it's a young bloke, right, who's got together with this older lady. She's 60, and she's a bit dubious about it, but he's very clever. He's very, very clever. Well, now he's now been introduced to the woman's children. And, of course, they hate him. They absolutely hate him. So it's very good. Do give that a go, gang. Gold Digger on the BBC iPlayer. This morning, I did watch a little bit of Breakfast Time this morning. And Good Morning Britain, which I'm quite liking Good Morning Britain. Now, it's very brush. I like Piers Morgan, I'm sorry. I do. And some of the stuff he comes out with. That Andy Peters was there. You know Andy Peters? He used to do BBC not Children in Need, the Broom Cupboard, you know, when they had, I don't know if they still, oh no, they don't have children's programmes on BBC One anymore, do they? It's got all on their own channel. But he used to come in between the programmes with, I think, with puppets and things like that, and tell you what was coming up next and read out birthdays and things like that. Anyway, he's now on Good Morning Britain or whatever it is, ITV breakfast programme. And they're announcing at the moment this competition where you can win £100,000 and it will be paid to you by cheque before Christmas. 100. Do they have to pay tax on that? If I was to give away £100,000, number one, where do you think that would come from? Exactly. If you won £100,000 from like a TV show or the lottery or something like that, does one need to pay tax on that? Because if you did, you'd only be left with about 60,000, wouldn't you? Which is still a lot of money, but it's nowhere near the 100,000 that you've just won. Anyone know that? Would you have to pay tax on those winnings? Because I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, so Andy Peters is on there, and they're announcing this £100,000 prize. He's got Christmas tree in the background and Christmas music playing, and he's very lively first thing in the morning. Andy Peters. I bet he's not like that in real life. I bet he's a right miserable git. a little bit like Roy Brownlow is. He's jumping up and down. Oh, he does my head in, Andy Peters. But he had this like orange tracksuit on, or sort of reddy orange tracksuit, and it came to Piers Morgan, and he says, "What's with the orange tracksuit? Is this the Guantanamo Bay look?" But I honestly think that I don't know if you like him or you don't, do let us know. But I think that Piers Morgan talks an awful lot of common sense. I really do. Something that the world is lacking these days, common sense. You know, the rubbish they come out with, especially, as you know, I've got a real bugbear with some of these universities and the things that they do. For example, it was already mentioned today by, I think, Brenda from Bristol, the jazz hands, or Jason mentioned that this morning. You can't clap anymore, you can't do this, you can't do that. 100 blooming genders to choose from. Oh, it's all crap. It's all crap. Well, he just slates it all. He runs it all into the ground. And I think he talks an awful lot of common sense, Piers Morgan. I really do. Let's say Sean says you can buy coffins from Amazon. Can you? Oh, well, even better then. Even better. Don't even have to go out the door. Just load in the body yourself. Does the man take it away? Do you order the coffin, right? So you open the box and open the coffin box, put the body in, close it up, and then perhaps Amazon sends you one of those labels. Or you can print off. Oh, no, you don't have to do that anymore, do you? They just send you a code to your phone, and then oh, no, it'd be quite heavy, wouldn't it? Well, some people heavier than others, you know. I was going to say something awful then. I'm not going to say it because that just is awful. Oh, that was awful. What came into my head then, that was awful. I just had a dreadful. I was going to say, no, I'm not going to say it. Yes, I mean, if you'd have trouble taking that box down the post office. So presumably, you know, you get your box and that's all done. And then maybe the next day, another man from Amazon comes along and takes the body away. How easy is that? And just a fraction of the charge of the funeral directors. You never saw a funeral director go out of business, my sister said once, do you? It's true. Morning to Joanna. Good morning, Joanna. Welcome to our show, Joanna, you lovely lady. Diane's watched all of Gold Digger. It's very good. Excellent, Diane. Oh, I'm wondering about the ending because as I say, I'm on episode 2 at the moment, and she's already thinking, oh, I'm not sure about this because he's a young lad. The lad is about 28, 29, and she's 60. The family already know he's Gold Digger, and they've got various. They found he's just been evicted from his house, from his, well, he had a room, I think, probably had a room above a shop, like a chicken shop or something like that. And she's a little bit dubious as well, but she hasn't dumped him. She hasn't dumped him yet. So I'm interested to find out where this ends up, whether or not they get together or what. Interesting. Paul, price is lower the further out you book. I booked only 10 days in advance, so I had to pay top whack. Okay, what's the price of that ticket? Paul, perhaps you can look it up for me. What is the price? Because I've never been to Amsterdam. I've never been there. What's the price of going to Amsterdam if I want to go in March? 3 months away. Can you have a look for us? I'll be very interested to see that. Good morning to Paul. Morning to Paul. Our day's out of in house. Morning, Paul. He got his did you get your second badge through the post, Paul? I hope you did. Did you get that one there? Steph, Piers Morgan is a legend, but Andy Peters never liked him, even when he was on Loads TV. What's Loads TV? I don't know what Loads TV is. Don't know what that is. Mick Davenport just put me in a wheelie bin. Yes, what colour would you like, Mick? Here in Bracknell, we got green, blue or brown. Brown would be the composting one. Is that the one you want to go in? I think if I was put in one of those and dumped on a garden, all the plants would die because all the vileness would come out of me, wouldn't it? Huh? Thank you. I beg your pardon, Kids TV. Okay, you corrected yourself there, Steph. Thank you. Claire, I think IKEA do coffins too. You put them together yourself. Mike, do you have to pay tax on super chat payments? Just wondering if people send me any on my channel. Yes, of course. It's income, isn't it? Yeah. So I mean, I've got an accountant, and he does all that. My accountant once a year, I send all my. I do sort of a basic thing, in and out, all on the computer. I use a piece of software called Microsoft Money for my accounts. Let me tell you, this piece of software has got to be 15 years old. And every time, I've still got it on the disk. And we're up to Windows 10 now, and it's still working. I can't believe it's still working. I know at some point it's got to stop working because it's really old software. But it kind of does the job. And every year I start my new accounts, and basically any receipts I get in, I put them on there. And the income I get in, I put that on there. Okay? I've also got my bank statements, credit card statements. So end of the year, in my year is, when does it finish? February. I think my year finishes either February or March. I can't remember what it is. But at the end of that month, I then get all my stuff together. I do a massive printout of everything I've put into the computer. I get all my bank statements, my credit card statements. I send them all off. Now, on my bank statement, for Super Chats, which happen once a month, I think it is, it will say Google Ireland. Okay, Google Ireland, and there'll be a figure there. So I will already have noticed that. Okay, when I do my accounts, which I do every week usually on a Saturday or Sunday, I do all my accounts for the week. Where's my disco earning? Karaoke wages. And then the money I pay out for like karaoke songs, music, electricity, computer, camera, anything like that. That all goes on there. And the other thing would be the Google payment. That would go on there as I would have already seen that and put it on there. That all goes to the accountant. He looks through it all, and it's always missed that out there. Okay, he put that on there, and always he's duplicated that, so he'll get rid of one of those, and he does all his work. Well worth the money. But yes, of course, yeah. Super chat payments, that is an income. So yes. So for every pound of super chat payment, a pound. Let me tell you, a pound of a super chat payment, right? I think Google take 30% of that. And then the tax man will take his bit. I'm so sorry. Terrible frog in my throat this morning. So that's how that works. Yes, you would. Jason put me out with the recycling. What can they do with you, Jason? What could they possibly do with you to recycle you? I mean, what about leaving your body to medical science? Or maybe you could, I know not everyone wants to donate their heart, lungs, kidney, eyes or anything like that. Perhaps you could donate your nails. I mean, because I've got quite nice nails, don't you think? Look, they don't get bitten. My toenails are a different thing altogether. I've got fungus on those. No, actually, I do need to do something about my toenails. I've got like, under the nail, like a whitey, they're just falling apart, my toenails. Excellent. Paul did get the badge. I'm pleased to hear that, Paul. Excellent. Mick's going to go green. JJ's Motors and Machines, a very good morning to you. Welcome to the show, JJ's Motors and Machines. Good. We're still getting people on Facebook, believe it or not, who say you haven't done any shows for a while. And that's because, of course, we're only on the YouTube now. What I might do... it costs a little bit of money to do this, not massive amount, but what I might do is start off the show on YouTube and Facebook for a month or something, and then after a period of time, right, this is where the show finishes on Facebook, we carry on YouTube. Do you see what I mean? You just stay where you are, okay? Don't do anything. Just to hoover up the people that are missing out on the Facebook. I still get messages from people on Facebook, private messages saying, oh, you haven't done a show for a while. Of course, they don't see the YouTube thing. Unless you're subscribed on YouTube, you don't get the notification. That's the only thing with it. If I put a YouTube link on Facebook, Facebook doesn't notify people that it's a link, only if you go live on it. So I might do that. I'm thinking about doing that. Just sort of the first 10 minutes on that, to be on both. And after 10 minutes, I say, okay, we're leaving Facebook now. We carry on YouTube, and then that might bring some more people over there. Good morning to Andrew Keenan this morning. Morning to you, sir. Thank you, Andrew. Very kind of you to say such things. It's only a little bit of a laugh in the morning that we have. Sean's not donating his eyes. He's not coming back as a blind ghost. Blind ghost. Got some news this morning for you. The raffle's coming up very shortly, boys and girls. Weather. We got more rain coming, which is very, very frightening because that river near my Lincolnshire television studio complex, otherwise known as the Caravan, is very close to that river, and it got very high last week. At the moment, I couldn't work it this morning. Have I got it here? Hang on, let's see if that worked now. There's a sensor that over there. The environment people have got this sensor at various points of rivers, right? One of which is literally right almost on top of my caravan, one of these sensors. I mean, it's not on top of the caravan, at the river on the caravan, but it hasn't been working for a few days, and I wonder if it's been flooded or something. Hang on a minute, let's have a look. Let's see if that's working now. River level, here we go. River level. Oh, it's working again now, and now at the moment it says it's falling. I can show you this. Look, let me see. Can you see that? There you go. Okay, so this is the live thing. The latest reading was taken at 9 o'clock. So half an hour ago. There you go. 40 minutes ago. There you go. That's the river at where my caravan is. As you can see, it's in the red. I've got to tell you, a couple of weeks ago, it was almost at the end there. Almost there, which once it gets there, it's gone over. Okay, so we're still in the red at the moment, and it says it's 1.805 metres falling. Last week it got to 3.06, so that's a large drop, that is. But it doesn't look like I'm going to be floating away quite yet, but more rain is coming. Yes, storms about now. Weather forecasters, sometimes they can be a bit meek, shall we? Bit mild and meek. I think weather forecasters need to be a little bit more enthusiastic, don't you? I really do. Usually, I was going to say it's usually some young blonde thing or some young man who's bland. I just don't like bland. Bland is boring. Magnolia walls, white walls, grey walls, black walls. No, actually not so much. I suppose black walls would be all right. Where I used to work at Black Cap in Camden, the walls there were black, and that kind of worked in there. I don't know. It'd be a bit dark though, wouldn't it? White, no white walls, thank you very much. No green, no grey, no magnolia, no cream. We like bright, vibrant colours. That's what we like. There's a good colour. That colour there, red, something like that. Hey? And similarly, people. I don't like bland people. They're boring. Bland people that have just come out of university with their jazz hands. Boring people. We like excitement. And I think some of these weather forecasters are a bit bland. They need to have more excitement. Wasn't there a channel once that used to do topless weather forecast? Was that... What channel was that? Was that London Live or Live TV? Something like that. Oh, I can't remember what it was now. Oh, someone did the weather in Norwegian, didn't they? Do you remember that? On the telly. Anyway, so here is the weather forecast. As it should be. Storm Sebastian will reportedly bring 22-foot waves. At this point, I just want you to imagine the sound effects of waves crashing into the side of your house. Storm Sebastian will reportedly bring 22-foot waves, at least 2 inches of rain, and 50-mile-an-hour winds to the UK over the next few days. Huge waves are expected to crash into the coast of southwest England as remnants of storm make landfall. This is very, very scary. The Met Office has issued 3 rain warnings for the next 3 days. The first, which started yesterday afternoon and is due to end at 10 o'clock today, affects southwest England and South Wales with up to 25 millimetres of rain expected in areas. Be afraid. Be very afraid. The first, which started yesterday afternoon and is due to end at 10 o'clock. Oh, I've read that, haven't I? Another alert will be enforced across southwest, south and southeast England from noon tomorrow to 3 o'clock on Wednesday. Forecasters have predicted up to 60 millimetres of rain in some spots, equating to roughly 2 weeks of rain. More flooding. The final danger to life. Danger. Warning. 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 Exterminate. Where's my Dalek? Exterminate. 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 Ah! Sorry? That's the raffle ticket thing. The final danger to life flooding will take place in Yorkshire. Da, 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 da. From the midnight... where are we? I keep losing the place. From midnight to 6 o'clock on Wednesday. As much as 60 millimetres of rain could hit parts of the region, almost half of the 121 millimetres of rain average total for November. It's all over. It's all over. You see, Moses had the right... Was it Moses who built the ark? Who built the ark? Was it from IKEA? Who built the ark? Which one of you will I select? Because it will obviously be, being a Catholic... possibly the only one here that goes to church, it will be me that is chosen to go on the ark. And they will say, it's always in twos, isn't it? It's always in twos. Okay, Chris, God would say to me, who would you like to take on the ark? And I'm just having a little look at your names. I don't think it's going to be any of you, my loves. I don't think it's going to be any of you. It's two of everything, isn't it? Although, with 100 genders, I've got a lot to choose from now, according to the universities. It says, remnants of tropical storm Sebastian mean it will be windy on Tuesday into Wednesday with gales in the southwest and the south and high spring tide. So be very careful, boys and girls. It's all over, dear. It's all over. I may be floating away down the River Witham on Wednesday afternoon. Good morning to Joseph McDonald. Noah, thank you, Noah. Of course it's Noah. Of course it's Noah. Noah built, not Moses. Where did I get that from? He's the one that walked through the sea, isn't he? How did he do that? How did he manage to do that? He parted the sea. I haven't parted anything for ages. Very disappointing, really. Bristol is going to be swimming. Brenda from Bristol is going swimming. Excellent, Mick. Morning to Michael Lawrence. Welcome, Michael Lawrence. Amelia Dodd in the house. Good morning, Amelia. Naked News, Alan Wainwright. That's the one. There was Naked News. I'm sure there was Naked News at some point on the telly. My fairy lights are all still working. Don't worry about that. All around my caravan. I'll have to get a very long lead if we start floating away. Could get those battery-operated ones, wouldn't we? JJ's is going to move from Yorkshire. Oh, don't move from Yorkshire. It's beautiful there. Perhaps you're up on a hill, isn't it? It's only if you're so many valleys and things around, isn't there? I go in on the steam train from Whitby. I've been on that, and oh my God, the countryside that you go through. It's stunning there. Absolutely stunning. There's this steam train that you can get from Whitby. I think it goes the whole year. People use it as a train. Apart from a tourist attraction as well. As a bloke comes up with a little trolley and it's got teas and cakes and crisps on it. It's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful, this little train. A highly recommended day out, that is. Possibly as part of a holiday in the same area. Whitby. Beautiful place. Anyway, so there was a particular part as we were on this train going out from Whitby. On the left-hand side, there was like about 8 houses, I suppose. You know what we could see, like in the middle of the countryside and fields. Just 8 houses, and they were quite low, down. And to get to them, the only way was this single road that was going up like this, up the side of the hill. I thought to myself, well, when it snows, you're on your own, mate. Nothing would get up that hill. I'm sure it wouldn't. But such a beautiful part of the world. Are you putting vicars on the ark? There are no vicars on the ark, Sean. We're not having a pretend church, dear. Church of England. Got all upset, so he left the Pope, dear. Poor old Pope. Lost half of his customers because of that. No, we're not having vicars. Only priests, dear. Priests. Priests. Mandy, you should take a snowflake with jazz hands. There won't be any snowflakes on that ark, my dear. I'm telling you that now. Good. Thank you very much. Now, get ready for the raffle. We're going to do the raffle in a second, boys and girls. How are we doing for time? Oh, we're all right. We've got loads of time. Orville and Emu. Do you remember those two? Emu was this bird as operated by the excellent comedian Rod Hull, wasn't he? This bird he used to attack people, Emu. And Orville was this little duck. And who was the duck bloke? Oh, well, maybe it says here, does it? Keith Harris. And he had a song out, didn't it? I wish I could fly right up to the sky, but I can't. You can. I can't. 'Cause Orville, who is your very best friend, I'm gonna help you mend your broken heart. That one. Well, Orville and Emu puppets are up for sale. How would you fancy one of these? How much cash have you got? Slightly more expensive than one of my super chats. Okay? It says, 2 of British TV's most famous puppets, this is on the BBC News website this morning, Orville, the duck, and Emu are going up for sale at auction. Orville, a cheeky green duckling wearing a nappy, was a regular on television during the 1980s and 1990s alongside ventriloquist Keith Harris. Harris and Orville's success followed in the footsteps of comic Rod Hull's chaotic act with mischievous bird Emu. Each of the puppets are expected to fetch up to £10,000 when they go under the hammer in London next month. If I had £10,000 to spare, I'd buy one of those. I mean, I personally think they're going to go for a lot more than that, but I would absolutely buy one of those. Harris, perhaps you'd like to donate. Perhaps one of you is rich. I mean, Sean Pye, he's got a load of cash. Old Sean's got a load of cash, haven't you? So could you buy me one for my Christmas present? Can that be on a Christmas list? Do I need a list? I don't go along with Christmas lists. I think they're awful. You know, who do you think you are telling people what they're going to get you for Christmas? No, that's not what it's about at all. It's the surprise. And my surprise for you today is I haven't got you anything. Harris became a household name thanks to the BBC television programme The Keith Harris Show, on which Orville became a standout act. At the peak of their popularity in the 1980s, this is on the BBC website, Harris released, not Rolf Harris, Keith Harris, okay? Harris released a number of singles with the puppet, including Orville's song, which is the one I just sang you. Would you like to hear it again? What about Joanna? Do you want me to hear that? Would you like me to sing the whole song, Joanna? All you've got to do is say so, and I'm happy to do that for you. I will oblige you. Anyway, it got to number 4 in the singles charts. Harris and Orville continued to make guest appearances on shows including Nevermind the Buzzcocks. Oh, I'm not a fan of that, really. Louis Theroux and Shameless. I don't know any of those programmes. Before Harris appeared in Celebrity Big Brother in 2012, something else I don't watch. He had diagnosed with cancer of the spleen in 2013. Died 2 years later at the age of 67. Rod Hull's Emu act, was best known for his attacks. This puppet literally used to, he'd come on and he'd be all nice, and then he'd just suddenly take a disliking to someone and attack them. The best one was Parkinson. Oh my God, it's hilarious. Apparently, I was listening to my friend who's on LBC, Steve Allen, and I've heard him say before that Parkinson, the one where Emu was attacking Parkinson, apparently Parkinson absolutely hated that show. He hated it. Of course, he had to play along with it all. It says Hull's Emu act was best known for the attacks his puppet launched against celebrities during guest appearances and their own BBC series, Emu's Broadcasting Company. You remember that one? Children's programme. It was great. His victims included Michael Parkinson, Snoop Dogg, and the Queen Mother. I didn't know that. Oh, I have to look that up on YouTube. Rod Hull died in 1999. I've told you this story. Falling off the roof of his cottage while adjusting his TV aerial. He was only 63. So, I mean, don't do things that you're not sure about doing. I mean, I don't DIY. Forget it, mate. Now and again, I'll have a little go, but generally, I don't like doing DIY. I'll try something and then I'll have to get someone else in to fix the problem that I've caused and the fault itself. Not a good idea. Not too bad with electrical things, though. Orville and Emu go on sale at Bonhams on the 17th of December. Oh, that's the day I've got my afternoon tea, I think it is. The auction house says that Emu on sale is the original puppet owned and used by Rod Hull during his television and stage career and was acquired from his estate in the early 2000s. The Orville puppet was acquired from Keith Harris in the early 2000s and is described as an original puppet owned and used by the ventriloquist during his career. So they reckon £10,000. Each, that is, so if you want both of them, you're gonna have to shell out 20 grand for that. Who's got 20 grand to spend on puppets? I don't know, but if you have, I think I'd like the emu one. I could have a lot of fun with an emu puppet. I really could. But if you can't quite afford that, there's quite a lot of joke places. I've come across joke.co.uk. Okay, have a look if you want. Joke.co.uk, and they do costumes, one of which is an emu costume. Okay, and it's £39. It says men's rod and emu costume. The fantastic men's rod and emu costume is ideal for getting laughs and entertaining your friends. This would be the sort of thing Ray Reynolds would do. I don't know if he's still with us at the moment. Ray Reynolds would do something like that. He's got a monkey puppet, which is great. When I don't think Ray's I think he's disappeared now, but often Ray will turn up at the karaoke on a Monday night, and he'll have some sort of prop with him, a pair of hands when he does "You Need Hands." It's fantastic. Ray should have been an entertainer. Well, he was an entertainer, but bigger than he was. Similar to me, stuck here at YouTube rather than my own show on BBC One Colour on Saturday nights. Not there, dear. While wearing this blue jacket, so you get a blue jacket, you can dip your hand all the way into Emu's mouth and move the puppet's head and neck around like that. Oh, it'd be great. Emu's eyes and orange legs move too, so you can put on a really entertaining puppet show. This is a funny costume idea that is a unique choice for TV fancy dress or festivals and celebrates a popular 90s show. And they got different sizes. So there you go. £40, £39.99. £40. And it says if you order that now, you can have it by tomorrow. £39. And it's £2 off at the moment. Usually $41.99. And emu cost them £39. Huh? I mean, that would be a great thing if you've got a family. I know some of you have got families and that, and you want to have a little bit of a laugh with your children. Get yourself one of those emu costumes, emu and Rod Hull costumes. You get, is it the blue jacket you get? What's that say? Yeah, you got a blue jacket and the puppet. I think that's great. I think that's absolutely great, really. And you could have a lot of fun with that, and you'd attack the children with it, of course, with this thing there, wouldn't you? Let's have a look what you're saying there. Alan, you wouldn't want to take two of me on your ark. I eat too much. Oh, no, that'd be all right, because it's a holy ark, so Jesus will be on there blessing stuff, and then he multiplies it. Bread and fish. I'm not too keen on the fish, though. Can I swap that for an extra slice of bread, please, Jesus? Thank you very much. Emu Parkinson's nemesis. I'm sure it was Alan. Yeah, he couldn't fly because the bloke had his hand up his bum. Sean. Matthew likes that song. I wish I could fly right up to the sky, but I can't. You can. I can. Oh, it's lovely. Maybe I'll do that at the karaoke if I remember. I don't even know if it's there, actually. I'm not going to write that down. I'm going to write that down. Did any of you have puppets? Did anyone have puppets when they were a child or when they were a bit older, perhaps? Joanna, no thanks. Okay, Joanna. Oh, how disappointing. I thought you might want me to sing that whole song for you live this morning on this programme exclusively, dear. Yeah. Jason misses the Mrs. Flapping had the Mrs. Flapping like Orville. Oh, please. Is this something rude? I don't want to know about your activities, Jason. Thank you very much. Claire loves Rod Hull and Emu. I love it when he attacks Parkinson. It was very, very good. Very good. Mandy loves Bag Puss. That was very gentle, that was. Bad, of course, wasn't it? A little thing used to sit there in the corner. Matthew, sing it on the karaoke. Yeah, someone remind me to sing that tonight. I'm sure I'll be able to do that Orville song. I hope it's in the book. I don't know if it's in the book, actually. I can look, can't I? Hang on. Shall I have a look? Song. You can look up my songbook, my karaoke songbook any time on the internet. It's songbookslivecom/karaoke London. I can look that up there. Let's have a look. Or what's it called? Orville's. Is it Orville's? Let's just type in Orville's, see what comes up. Oh, nothing. Oh, maybe it's not there. Orville's song, is it? Orville. Nothing coming up for that. Let me just check it's working. Yeah, it's working. Titles. Maybe I'm spelling it wrong. ORV. Let's just type in ORV, see what comes up. Oh, it's not in there. But I might be able to get it. If it's not in there, it's possible that I might be able to get it. So someone remind me that tonight, and I'll see if I can find it, all right? Vectis hasn't... Oh, there's Vectis. We were talking about you earlier, Vectis. Not paying attention to your bingo yesterday. There's not one coming to you in the post, mate. You missed the call. You missed it. How can you miss so many numbers? Ray Reynolds is still there. There's Ray. Yes, Ray often brings props and things like that. Little Union Jacks for when we do da-da-da-da, and I'll join in usually. He brings a flag for me if I'll join in as long as I'm not too, but sometimes I get a little bit busy in front of the computer. And the hands, he brings the hands. Oh, he's got not daffodils. He's got tulips now from Amsterdam. Yellow tulips. What else does he bring? I told you about the hands. Oh, and his dad's army uniform. He's got full dad's army uniform. He's got a hidey outfit. It's great to come with props and that to the karaoke. But Ray doesn't take anything too seriously when he's at the karaoke, and that's how to do it. It's all about having fun, karaoke, not singing ballads. Thank you. Mick used to make sock puppets. Yes. Ray, Bobby Crush wrote Orville's song. Is that right? I didn't know that. Michael Lawrence loves Rob and Emu. Jason, they're going to remake Wurzel Gummidge. Well, I've seen the picture. I'm not impressed. There's only one Wurzel. That was John Pertwee, and he's dead, unfortunately. My favourite Doctor Who, John Pertwee. I used to love him. Absolutely loved him. Yeah, I had puppets. I had... what puppets did I have? I can't remember. Can't remember what puppets I had, and I always remember my one of my neighbours, 1, 2, 3 or 4 down. I think his name was Wayne. I think it was about 14 or 15. I used to go down to his house and do you want to come and see my puppet show? I think it was about 13, and I got this lid from a big box, like that, and I'd cut out a little bit there, you see, and I kind of hid underneath. I kind of hid underneath this box, and I had these puppets peering out through the window that I'd cut like that, and I was doing the puppets. I think I'd done my show, and then when I finished the show, I looked up, and this other boy had gone. But mum and dad, they were always, if you did something as a child and you had a decent mum and dad, they would support you, even though what you were doing was probably crap. I used to do game shows at Christmas. Yeah. I did, and again, I think I was about 15 or 16. 2 game shows I did. One was Take Your Pick. My dad used to bring me back boxes from work. He used to bring back these boxes. So I got all these boxes and I put them all together like that in like a stack, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, loaded up like that. They were only quite thin boxes. So the bottom ones were kind of, getting a bit crushed with the ones at the top. And I went out and I bought all these little things. Just stupid little things like a tin of beans or, a comb, maybe something like that. And I put all these in boxes with doors. I think there were doors on there as well. And I can't remember whether I used to ask questions or not. I think I might have asked questions, and mum and dad and my nans were there as well. Okay, here's the first question. What is 1 + 1? Oh, it's 2. Okay, yeah, you got that question right. Okay, choose a box. Choose a box. So my dad might say, box number 5, and I open the 5. There you go, you got a tin of beans. I did that. and I did the conveyor belt on Generation Game. I can't remember how I did that. I think I put... Because my dad, he used to work at the Evening Standard, and he would bring back rolls of paper. These weren't stolen. Basically, a roll of paper, so long, like that. But when they got, like, less, the newspaper would take them off and load a new one on, you know, when they were so low. But sometimes you'd have that much paper still on it. Terrible waste that you had in those days when you think about it. Anyway, so I had this roll of paper, and I put the roll of paper across the living room table, right? And again, like a box. I think there was a box with curtains. I had curtains as well. Right? I said, okay, it's the conveyor belt time now. I open this thing, and I can't remember exactly how I did it. And I think I had lined up some prizes on this bit of paper, and I pulled the paper across, and it would go across in this window. Okay, that's it. And I'd close the curtains. I said, okay, Mum, what can you remember on that conveyor belt? Did anyone else do stuff like that? Mick used to make sock puppets. Sock puppets. Did you not play Dodgers and Nurses? You mean Doctors and Nurses? Yes. With a girl who lived a little bit further down at the top of the stairs. We played Doctors and Nurses. Me and this girl. I think we were both about 8 at the time. 7 maybe. And we were playing Doctors and Nurses at the top of the stairs. Examining each other. Anyone else do that? Well, so you see some of these people in the paper say, oh my God, my son's a pervert or my daughter's a pervert. They've been looking at each other. How old are they both? 7. Well, what do you expect? That's what kids do to find out stuff. Yeah, we did Doctors and Nurses. All right, shall we do the raffle now, boys and girls? Are you ready for raffle time? I bet your mum and dad never got a fridge magnet. No, they didn't exist here, did they? Our poor Amelia never had puppets. Perhaps do we need to give away puppets? Right, it's time, boys and girls. It's time for the fridge magnet raffle. Oh, yes. All your raffle tickets this week have been collected. And there's not so many of them. Oh, hang on. What's that come out? Oh, that's the next lot of tickets there. Here's all the tickets, boys and girls. The tickets are here, waiting to be picked. There you go. Can you see them better there? That's better, isn't it? All right. Who's going to win the fridge magnet today, boys and girls? It's raffle... Oh, hang on. I've got a little film for that, haven't I? It's raffle time! All right. Oh, I mean, I paid for these things. I might as well show them, mightn't I? So here we go with the raffle tickets, gang, okay? Let's just give them a good stir there. Making sure none fall out. There's not so many raffle tickets this week because, of course, we weren't here for a whole week, okay? So we've got a few yellow ones in there. Most of them are blue. I'll give you the colour as well. Right, I'm not looking now. We're mixing up the raffle tickets. Mixing. Always like to show you so you know there's no cheating involved here or anything like that. And then we have the dramatic drum roll. Here we go. One raffle ticket. Who could it be? It's Brenda in Bristol. Brenda in Bristol, blue ticket, number 56. Brenda in Bristol has won the fridge magnet. Yeah, well done, Brenda in Bristol. There, are you happy? Are you happy? Brenda in Bristol, fridge magnet for you. That'll be going off today. And all the raffle tickets go in here. Okay, they're going in there for the next super draw, which will be on Saturday the 30th. Is that this Saturday? Yes, we've got a super draw on Saturday. Okay, so that's an extra draw that we'll be doing for another fridge magnet. Let's put all these in here, like that, like that, like that, and like that. Okay, so the super draw will be on Saturday. We do an extra draw once a month. They're all in there. Waiting for that on Saturday. So congratulations to Brenda from Bristol this morning, also known as Mr. Mick Davenport. There we go. Where is he now? Let's see. There There we are. And Mick's there. He says, yes, I did show you yours and I'll show you mine, but we got busted by her dad. I was 6. Both 6 years old. These are things when we do when we're children. It just, sometimes you see these various snowflake parents. You see snowflake parents and, my 5-year-old daughter or my 5-year-old son has been touched by my children. Well, how old are they? Oh, they were 5 as well. Well, what do you expect? That's what children do. They're inquisitive. In fact, sometimes I even have to tell my one of my great nieces or great nephews, that you shouldn't be doing that. It's one of those things. That's what children do. All right. So congratulations, Mick. If you could just email me in your postal address. I know you have before, but I can't keep postal addresses or anything like that, okay? Not allowed to do that. So send me your postal address now, and that'll be in the post for you this morning, along with all the pens that were won yesterday, okay? Right. Okay, and let's start a new lot of raffle tickets. The next raffle, of course, next Monday, boys and girls. Do you want a raffle ticket for that? Ask now, okay? I see some of you have already asked. You'll have to ask again. Please don't ask until I ask you to, otherwise it gets confusing. Please only ask once for a raffle ticket, okay? When I think I've got to the bottom of the list, I will say I've got to the bottom of the list. Have I missed anyone out? And then ask again. All right? So here we go. Michael Lawrence. Ticket number 123 for Mr. Michael Lawrence. Thank you, Michael. Michael Pullman, 124. Michael, have you got your you won something, or your won something that I sent to Australia? Didn't you? Are the one in Australia? I'm sure you are. Did you have you got that yet? I can't remember if you told me or not. That must have been gone off about 3 or 4 weeks ago now. I'm sure you must have that now. Diane Jeb, 125. 126 for JJ's Motors. 127 for Mandy Davenport's. 128 Jason Hughes. 129 Amelia Dodd. 120, Sean Pye. No, I'm sorry, 130. 130, Sean Pye. Did I get these numbers wrong then? 126, JJ's Motors. 127, Mandy Davenport. 128, Jason Hughes. 129, Amelia Dodd. 130, Jason Hughes. Oh, hang on a minute, got to take my pills. I only have to take 3 pills now in the morning, and that's it. Seem to be working all right. Well, I think they're working. I don't know. I have to look at my blood in about 6 weeks' time and see that they're working or not. Where did we get to? Was it Sean, the last one? Thank you. Alan Wainwright, 131. Joanna Evola, 132. Paul and Lou, 133. Claire, 134. It might be a lucky week for you, Claire. You might start winning everything. That happens, you know. Oh, Roy Brownlow won everything one week. They were going mad, shouting out fix and all that. Claire L. 135 for Mick Davenport. Brenda in Bristol. 136 for... Michael did get his badge. Excellent, Michael. How long did that take to come in the end? Do we know? Kiss Chase was always a good game. It's kind of hard to grow out of it, though. Kiss Chase, I remember that. Kiss Chase. Who played Kiss Chase at school? Anyone? All right. That's how raffle tickets done. Have I missed anyone out? It looks like I've got to the end of the raffle ticket list. Thank you. Let's just put those there. And that's done there, all right? There we are. My raffle tickets. There we are. All done. There's our raffle tickets done. Anyone else? Have I missed anyone else? Tag your it. Oh, yeah, that was a good one, wasn't it? It. So you used to run around and if you touched someone, you were then it. What else did you play at school? British Bulldog. Oh, some schools have banned that because, the children are getting hurt. Oh, for God's sake, man. British Bulldog. Ollie, ollie in for British Bulldog. And we used to go around the school. Primary school, this was. So you'd start off, ollie, ollie in for Bulldog. And then someone would come under your arm, right? Like that. So they'd join on. Someone would join on there. And then someone would join on to him. And then another one. And then another one. And it'd be a great line of kids walking around the playground with our arms around each other, ready to play British Bulldog. Rat-a-tat-a ginger. What's that? Rat-a-tat-a ginger. Oh, is that knocking on the doors? That's knocking on the doors, isn't it? 2 weeks to arrive. That's not bad for a badge going to Australia, is it? 2 weeks? Not bad at all. Do you like games? Computer games? I'm not really into them. I stopped playing them when it got to Pac-Man, really. Oh, hang on a minute. We got a text here from Simon. Just a second, now, darlings. Let's read this text here from young Simon. Morning, Simon. Oh, by the way, how are we doing on the fridge magnets? Let's just have a little count up, shall we? We must be getting towards the end of those now. Here we are. So we started off with 50, didn't we? Another one going out today. Oh, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Oh, there's not 30 here, you know. 10. 20. There's 23 fridge magnets left. So they've gone right down. We've only got 23 fridge magnets left now. After the fridge magnets have gone, that's it. They're gone. We're moving on to something else. I mean, it might be another fridge magnet, but it won't look like that. I only had 50 done of those, okay? They are limited edition. Limited edition. That's what they are, gang, okay? Fridge magnets. Only 23 left now. Okay, so keep trying. What's that just come up there? 1 second. Messages. There we are. From Simon Keane. Good morning, Simon. Simon's in Stoke. He says, I've just watched the Cold Call drama on ITV. Now, I must say, I haven't seen that. Very good, but scary how easy it is to get conned. I have had a lot of nuisance calls myself. The most popular being, you said you'd be home from the pub half an hour ago. I like that, Simon. I like that, Simon. He's also letting us know it's his birthday on Tuesday. He's going to be 49, Simon Keane, tomorrow. I won't be here tomorrow, Simon. Actually, I'll do you today. I'm sure I'm not going to be here tomorrow morning because there's a bloke coming to fix the water. So I'll do you this morning, okay? I'll be in Cardiff watching Stoke City beat Cardiff with 5,000 other Stoke fans. Should be a good atmosphere in there. So he's going to the football tomorrow. I'm sure you'll have a nice time there, Simon. All right. Good morning to Yvonne Lemon. Morning, Yvonne. You'll be ticket number. Let's have a look. 136. 136 for you, Yvonne Lemon. Thank you. 136. There you go, darling. Everyone else I've done? Roy the boy there. Morning, Roy the boy. Did you get a raffle ticket, Roy? Can't remember now. Did you get a raffle ticket, Roy? Do you want a raffle ticket there? Amelia hasn't had a fridge magnet yet. Oh, well, you've got to win it, Amelia, darling. You need to win, darling. You've got to be in it to win it. There we are, Roy the boy. Ticket number 137, Roy, okay? 137 for Mr. Roy the boy. Anyone else got a raffle ticket there? Excellent. If you like computer games, here's something you might like. It's in the Daily Mirror this morning. From virtual reality to high-definition displays. There's gaming technology has come on in leaps and bounds in recent years. As I say, I stopped at Pac-Man. I lost interest then. My nephew, Gary, the older nephew, he loves computer games. He plays, those game ones, and he's talking to people in other parts of the world on his microphone. It says, now a new hyper-immersive gaming experience has opened in London, where players become part of classic games, including Pac-Man and Brick Breaker. I certainly know Pac-Man. I think, is it that Brick Breaker? Was that a bit like Tetris? Do you remember the tune? La, 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 that one. The experience is called Electronic Theatre Lightbox, and it sees players put visors on, each with a unique antenna on it, before entering a small square room. While the room seems pretty bare, cleverly placed projectors quickly transform the walls into motion-sensing touch screens. Teams of up to 6 are then put through a series of interactive games and challenges, ranging from memory tests to agility training. The unique antennas on the visors allow the room to track the position of each player, meaning games can be controlled by physically moving around in the space. So you're kind of moving like this, I suppose. For example, during a brick breaker game, each player becomes a paddle and must run up and down the room to bounce the ball up towards the bricks. Well, that'd be good for your exercise, wouldn't it? Excellent idea. Meanwhile, during Pac-Man, players take it in turns to run around the room to collect coins while avoiding the ghost. Electronic theatre is an experience that any group will be their friends, family or workmates can complete and feel a bit closer to each other. So the first site is located in London's Southwark and is open to the public now. So there's a thing there if you like computer games. I mean, Pac-Man on a visor, or I suppose because the Pac-Man, you're running around these little squares, aren't you, with the dots and the fruit in the middle and the ghosts that come out. I suppose that's how it works. You're kind of running around in the room. So that might be something to try there, mightn't it? Might enjoy doing something like that. Paul and Lou, where's your Prince Andrew doll, Chris? He's not here. I've never really fancied him. He's not a looker, is he, Prince Andrew? And you must admit, he's not a looker. Harry's a looker, isn't he? I mean, I'm a looker, as you well know, Paul. That's why you're watching this programme, isn't it? We'll do one more story. Here's a nice little present for someone at Christmas, and not expensive either. Available in Primark. In The Sun this morning, it's reporting that shoppers are going wild for a set of matching Disney pyjamas from Primark, which they say is perfect for Christmas. The bargain store is selling 4 sets of matching pyjamas featuring Mickey and Minnie Mouse. They actually look quite good. Not expensive either. The sets have slogans including The Boss, featuring Mickey for Dad, and a mini version saying The Real Boss for Mum. No doubt the you know what I mean. They'll be up in arms about this. Oh, why does it say it's for men? Oh, why does it say it's for girls? It should be up for them to choose it. They'll all be on there. Piers Morgan needs to get hold of this one, darling. In children's sizes, they're selling a Mickey version which says the naughty one on the front and the cheeky one with a mini design. Which one would I have? Cheeky or naughty? What do you reckon? Which one should I have? They all come with matching trousers, which say Mickey Mouse down one side. Prices start at just £10 for the children's sizes and go up to £13 for the adult range. Commented online, one person said, please get these for Christmas. So there we are. Not bad at all, the price. Now, I wouldn't have thought, it doesn't say what they're made out of. It looks like that fleecy stuff. It might be cotton, I'm not sure. But I have a terrible problem wearing fleece. Anything like that, I get electric shocks. Really bad electric shocks. You put this and it's quite comfortable because it's not real stuff, is it? Isn't it plastic? Fleece is plastic, isn't it? Is it plastic? And you put all this stuff on and the little fibres and I get the most dreadful electric shocks. So I can't wear anything like that. I think they might well be fleecy stuff by the look of it on there. But might be worth it, you could put that in someone's little birthday thing, couldn't you? Alrighty. Good. I've done Yvonne, haven't I? Yeah, I've done. Yvonne, did I do your ticket? I've done your ticket, haven't I? I'm sure I have. There you are. 136 you are. Yvonne, 136 for you. Okie doke, boys and girls. Now, just a reminder, I don't think I'm going to be with you tomorrow for a show. There's a bloke coming to put a water heater in there. Don't disappear quickly because I've got a brand new film and a brand new little outro piece of music, which is quite dramatic. I hope you like it. And I put that together. That was about... Actually, it didn't take me too long this time. It took about 2.5 hours to put together that 2 or 3 minute piece of music and video, which I'll be showing you in a second or two after we finish the show. All right. Okay, let's do today's birthdays then. Hopefully we'll be streaming the karaoke tonight as well. If you'd like to watch the karaoke online, boys and girls, just where you are now on my channel page, bottom right hand corner, I'm sure it should say karaoke featured channels, one of which is Karaoke London. Just click on that tonight, round about 7:30, 7:45, sometimes a bit earlier. It just depends if I'm set up and ready to go, and you'll be able to watch a live karaoke stream on there this evening, right? Okay, today's birthdays, and we'll do tomorrow's as well, because I'm not sure I'm going to be here tomorrow. But today's birthdays, Stephanie Pannell. Good morning, Stephanie. Happy birthday. That's one of my cousin's daughters. Good morning, Steph, and a happy birthday to you. I'm loving that bright red lipstick there. That's beautiful. And she's stunning, she is, Steph and her sister as well. Happy birthday to you, okay? John Mosley. Morning, John. 43 years old today. Jeannie. Good morning, Jean. Happy birthday to you. Reggie Taylor. DJ, massive DJ Reggie, also used to be known, I think he's still known actually, as Fat Tony. He does all the big do's. Oh my God, he does Elton John, DJs for Elton John, the Beckhams, he does Selfridges, all places like that. Happy birthday to you, Reggie. All right, happy birthday to you. Michael Lawrence has just sent a £2 super chat. Thank you very much, Michael Lawrence. Thank you very much, Michael Lawrence. Very kind of you, sir. Thank you. Do you want another badge? If so, let me know and I'll bring you one down. Can I bring it Friday rather than putting it in the post, unless you're coming down tonight? I think you said you were coming Friday. Someone is anyway. Right, back to the birthdays. Marcus Roberts today, 37 years old. Good morning, Marcus. Happy birthday to you. And Marcella Madonna. I think it's Madonna. Happy birthday to you, Marcella. All right, happy birthday. Today's and tomorrow's birthday. I'll do tomorrow's birthdays as well, as we're not here tomorrow morning. Colin John Dealey. Morning, Colin. A young 64 on Tuesday. Happy birthday. Ian Parker. Ian was in the Hollies. And he goes out and does his own show now, playing the piano. I've worked with him a few times. Absolutely delightful man to work with. Ian Parker from the Hollies. Happy birthday to you. Peter Castle. DJ Peter Castle. Good morning. The years go past, don't they, Peter? Happy birthday. Kevin A. Lemon. Morning, Kevin. Happy birthday to you in America. Marcus G. Valentino, 39 tomorrow. Paul Harrison, it's his birthday tomorrow. And Frank Holm is turning 47 years tomorrow. So happy birthday, boys and girls. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. All right. Happy birthday, gang. Okay, Michael, you don't want a badge. That's fine. That's okay. So thank you very much for sending me £2 today. That's my wages for today's show, £2. It's not bad. I love it. Thanks ever so much, darling. All right. What's Adam? Morning, Adam. Morning, Adam. Ticket 138 for you. Adam Plummer is on ticket number 138. There you go. 138. There we go. Is that everything now? Let's have a look. Roy the boy. Oh, yes. Can you hit the like button? Can you hit the like button? Thank you, Roy, for reminding me that I always forget to ask these things. People sharing. And if you could share the show to your your various Facebook walls as well, that's always very much appreciated. Trying to spread the word a bit. Spreading the word. Spread the word. All right. It's karaoke tonight. As I say, you can join us live on our karaoke stream. That should be starting around about 7:30. Round about 7:30. You know, it's not always an exact sort of science. Oh, hang on. I've got the wrong blooming thing up there. What have I done there? That one there. Where's my karaoke? Oh, I can see what I've done. Hang on a minute. My poster isn't, my picture isn't big enough. Can't see what I'm doing. Where is it now? There it is. Karaoke tonight, boys and girls. If you're coming along, it's at Central Station Bar. Monday karaoke starts at 7:30, finishes just before 11 o'clock. Okay, come and sing your song. If you can't make it, you can always watch us. just go on the channel you're on now. Look in the bottom right hand corner. It'll say featured channels. Click on Karaoke London around about 7:30, and you'll be able to watch it there. Okay. As I say, brand new little closing film. It's about 1.5 minutes long, coming up for you now with new dramatic music, which I hope you're going to like. Have a lovely day, boys and girls, and I'll see you again on Wednesday morning. Actually, I was going to say I might be able to do a show Tuesday night, but Tuesday is usually the time I go around my nephew's house. So it just depends what time I get back. Let's leave it till Wednesday morning. I'll see you again Wednesday morning, round about 9:30. Have a lovely day. I'll see you very soon. Bye bye now.